guys, it's just Anna, and it's time for my January wrap-up. It's February already, that's crazy. Well, I read a total of 6 books this month, 4 physical books and 2 ebooks. I am very proud, so I'm really happy I read 6 books this month. First book I read in January was The Daughters of Joy by Deepak Chopra, and I read this in Spanish. I really liked this. I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. It's one of those books that you read to like get motivated and find yourself and stuff like that, and to help you learn things about yourself. About this young writer, he got this letter one day saying that love has found him, so he calls the number on the letter and it tells him that he has to go immediately now. So he drives up north to this place where the Daughters of Joy are, and basically it's his journey on him finding love, but not in a romantic way, just in general love, and helping him understand it. And I thought this was a really interesting concept. I enjoyed it. It wasn't like, whoa, this is amazing, but I thought it was really good. There I found myself laughing and flipping through the books, wanting to know what happens at the end, and I really enjoyed it. The next book I read in January is probably my favorite out of all of them. It is The Selection by Kira Cass from the Selection trilogy. I am in love with this book. This has become one of my favorite books now. Look at all the little sticky notes I added. I went crazy with this and I do not regret it one bit. Maxon, so happy I read this. So freaking happy. If you don't know what The Selection is about, it's about a girl named America Singer. She enters in the Selection, which is a contest between 35 girls to win the prince's heart. But she doesn't want to go, and she has this secret lover that she has to leave behind, and just madness and craziness. It sounds really cliche, but it isn't. I swear, it isn't. It's perfect. It's perfection. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I really recommend you read it. The next book I read was Invisible by Cicely Patterson. I really liked this. I learned a lot about myself while reading this. I related so much to the main character. It was kind of creepy about how much I related to her. I will have a full review on this up on my channel soon. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars, and my review will be up soon, so I'm not going to go in depth about it, but it's basically about this girl that she feels comfortable being invisible. She doesn't like standing out or being in big crowds of friends. It's just me, myself, and I, and this is because her father passed away recently and she's moved from school to school and she doesn't want to be noticed. That's her way of going through life, invisible. Basically, it's like a coming of age story, and it's really, really good. The next book I read was, of course, The Elite by Kira Cass. I had to read this right away, but I lent it out to my friend because she was reading it first, and I had to wait for her to give it back, but when she gave it back, I flew through this. I like The Selection better, but this was amazing as well. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. The series has gripped my heart and it's not letting go, and I'm so glad I read this. It was so frustrating. This second book was so frustrating. I think it was like, the first one's like, ah, and the second one's like, ah, and then the third one's like, I don't know what to feel. I love it. Like, look at this cover. It's perfection, and I want to marry Prince Maxon. The next book I read was something I read because I didn't have the one, which is the third one in the Selection trilogy. I didn't have it. So in the meantime, I was reading something else, so I picked this up. It's Secondhand Heart by Catherine Ryan Hyde, and this is a contemporary standalone novel. It's about this girl called Vita, and she's been prepared her whole life to die. She has this weak heart, and basically they told her that she was gonna die when she was a teenager, but she found a heart. She had a heart donated to her. So basically, after she got this heart transplant, she kind of falls in love with the donor, and it's kind of weird and creepy. I just found the main character really weird and strange, but not in a good way. It was kind of like a bad, I don't know, I didn't understand her at all. It was kind of creepy, and the guy was totally, I don't know, I just felt he was kind of slow, and I didn't really like this. I gave this a 2 out of 5 stars. I just didn't connect with the characters. I thought all her decisions and all his decisions were really unrealistic. Their actions, just things that they said in general, were kind of like really bizarre. And this first half of this book was, I didn't like it. And then the second half of this book was kind of okay. Like, there are some parts that I did like, but other parts that were just like, no, I don't like this at all. One thing that really frustrated me was there was this character in the book that was really close to the main character. And this character dies. I'm not telling you who it is in case you want to read this, but this character dies, and the main character basically acts like nothing happened. It's like she doesn't even care. And it just frustrated me a lot. It was really unrealistic. I will not be giving a review on this just because, I don't know, I just didn't want to waste my time. And last but not least, I read The One by Kira Cass. I finally read this. I was so excited when I got it on ebook format. I flew through it. I sat with my best friend. Both wanted to read The One. And when we got it, we were together, so we're like, what the heck, let's just read it together. So we were literally with the laptop, and we would read together. When either of us would get to the end of the page, we would just go, page, page, and then we'd pass, and it was just hilarious. And we practically read the whole book in one night. It was so good and amazing. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved this ending. It was so crazy intense and dramatic and good, and just this series has been my guilty pleasure, and I can't wait for the Heir to come out in May. Those were all the books I read in January. I hope you enjoyed. I will not be doing a February TBR just because I don't like doing TBRs. I kind of just read books that I feel like reading in the moment. It's not really like I plan it out, so I won't be doing a TBR, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Well, I'm just, oh my god, Max, and when